Salt is salt, right? Of course not. There are salts that heal and salts that kill. For you to be healthy and full of energy, salt is a necessity. But it has to be the right kind of salt, and that is where the problem lies. Let us focus on the difference between refined and unrefined salt and which one is the right kind of salt for us. Let us understand what unrefined salt is. Unrefined salt contains all of its trace minerals and other elements that are naturally a part of its origin. Never exposed to harsh chemicals, it ends up being much more than just sodium and chloride. These are usually processed through evaporation. The salt's natural state is left intact. There are no additives combined with the finished product. Here we can see the contents of unrefined salt. Besides chloride and sodium, which are the major constituent of an unrefined salt, we can find sulfur, magnesium, potassium, calcium, silicon, carbon, iron, aluminium, praseodymium, strontium, zinc, copper, erbium, tin, manganese, cerium, fluoride, rubidium, gallium, boron, titanium and bromine in the proportion as shown in the slide. To proceed further, let us understand what is refined salt. Refined salt is made from a solution of unrefined salt with sulfuric acid or chlorine and heated to a point which removes all of its minerals and elements useful to our body. After being extracted, the salt is being processed to remove impurities and create a uniform white color, leaving behind mostly sodium chloride in an unnatural form, as the processing removes any and all nutrients from the salt. Once table salt's trace minerals and nutrients are removed, anti-caking and conditioning agents are added to make its shelf life forever. Finally, almost all of the moisture in the salt is removed in a fluidized bed dryer and under high compression and heat, which disrupts the molecular structure of salt. Iodine is also added to prevent goiter, swelling of the thyroid. However, at such a small amount of 0.01%, it's insufficient to provide for the body's iodine needs. Contents of refined iodized salt. Refined iodized salt contains sodium 38%, chloride 60%, iodide 0.01%. Remaining are harmful chemicals up to 2%. Here are reasons why you should be using unrefined salt. As already mentioned, unrefined salt has many healthy minerals associated with it. On the other hand, refined salt contains primarily sodium and chloride as well as toxic additives. Unrefined salt is a whole food product which is easily utilized by the body. The additional minerals such as magnesium and potassium are essential for a healthy immune system. These additional agents are meant to be ingested at the same time as sodium and chloride are ingested. Refined salt in its highly processed form is an unnatural substance to the body. Humans evolved over time using natural, unrefined salt with its full complement of minerals. Enzymes and hormones in our bodies were designed to utilize salt in its whole natural form, not in a foreign, refined state. Some more interesting facts about unrefined salt. The magnesium and sodium stabilize regular heartbeat. It acts as a calmative for the nervous system. contain iodine, good for reducing mental retardation, and iodine is absorbed in the thyroid, regulates endocrine system, supports muscular function, boosts the immune system, strengthen bone eliminating brittle bones and osteoporosis, and superb at holding the body's water, regulating water retention. The food we eat can have a dramatic effect on pH. Generally, refined foods, devitalized of all the healthy vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, are acidifying to the body. Minerals are essential to increase alkalinity of the body. Due to poor diets, many people today are mineral deficient. Mineral deficiency is often associated with a lowered pH. Refined salt has no mineral in it, while unrefined salt is loaded with minerals. It is not rocket science to realize that unrefined salt will be better to promote a healthy pH. It is impossible to overcome chronic illness where there is an acidic condition present. Cancer and chronic illness are two of the consequences of an acidic pH. Cancer cells will proliferate in an acidic environment. In fact, most of the chronic illnesses will occur in an acidic environment. In order to promote a more neutral pH, unrefined salt needs to be the salt of choice. Refined salt should be avoided at all costs. Some popular unrefined salt types are real salt, mined from an seabed, the most economical option. Himalayan salt, mined from ancient seabeds in Pakistan. Celtic sea salt, harvested off the shores of France. It turns out that there isn't a bad salt out of the three as long as you purchase from the right sources. When comparing the salts, they share almost the same number of minerals. The minerals slightly vary from salt to salt and sample to sample, however. We may safely conclude that there is a huge difference between refined and unrefined salt. Unrefined salt has a unique flavor and adds great texture to many different kinds of dishes. Unrefined salt is packed with essential minerals and supplies the body with a proper balance of sodium and chloride with over 80 trace minerals. Without the balancing effect of the trace minerals, refined salt provides the body with too much sodium. Sodium was meant to be ingested with its complement of trace minerals. The consequences of the ingestion of large amounts of refined salt are mineral deficiencies, acidity, and the onset of chronic illness. Therefore, unrefined salt should be the salt of choice.